Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to everyone. Thank you to His Excellency, Minister Dr. Thani Az-Zayudi, for his remarks, and many thanks to all of you for joining us for the 2024 Kimberley Process Intersessional Meeting. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you all to Uptown Tower in Dubai. If you're wondering that we're moving the diamond business here, we're not. Only GIA is here, and I will block any other diamond tier looking to come here. The Diamond Tower is where it is, the Almas Tower. I recall that the last time we were together was around 5 a.m., I think a little later even, in Zimbabwe. And it was during our last plenary session where we highlighted the delicate situation facing both the KP and the natural diamond industry. We're all aware that the diamond market is facing significant challenges from both macroeconomic conditions and the shift in demand. Here in Dubai, we understand this better than most, not only as the largest diamond trading hub in the world, but on behalf of our valued community members. Some of these challenges are self-imposed, such as import restrictions, whilst others, such as lab-grown diamonds, are more profound and intractable. In both cases, our industry faces disruptive forces which impact the lives of everyone in the natural diamond industry, estimated to be millions of people. As an outcome, we must react appropriately to safeguard our collective prosperity, on which many livelihoods depend. This year marks a coming of age for the KP as we continue with the review and reform cycle. As chair, it has been my goal to listen to you and understand how we can continue to strengthen the KP. Consequently, I have been busy visiting both diamond-producing nations and KP offices around the world to listen, learn, and leverage our collective expertise and best practices. The visit to Central African Republic was particularly important to show that we can visit safely and be well looked after. I would like to thank the team in Central African Republic and MINUSCA for their hospitality. I look forward to the working group on monitoring organization, a full review mission, so we can chart a course back for CAR to the KP family. I also had the pleasure of visiting Sierra Leone, where we witnessed the extensive benefits of the KP while spending time at the Maya Mine and Gem Fair, a De Beers-initiated pilot program to market ethically sourced artisanal-scale mining diamonds. Of course, I plan to visit many more KP offices this year in my capacity as chair so that we can fully understand and leverage our best practices around the world. As I first mentioned, when the UAE took over the chairmanship, 2024 would be a year of delivery for the KP family. To date, we have made significant progress, and this commitment remains our top priority. Together, we have passed two important written procedures. And to double down on execution and delivery for the first time in the KP's history, we are hosting a special session of plenary this Friday to pass key administrative decisions and acknowledge best practices. While we were surprised that so many Western nations went silent during the ratification, I would like to personally thank the 22 countries that voted to ensure this unique plenary session could go ahead. Angola, Belarus, Botswana, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Ghana, Guinea, India, Israel, Lebanon, Lesotho, Liberia, Namibia, Qatar, Russian Federation, Sierra Leone, South Africa, Thailand, United Arab Emirates, Venezuela, Zimbabwe. Based on the votes from these nations, it is clear to me that this session is very important to those who depend on the KP, in particular Africa. But I am equally disappointed in the seemingly calculated absence of votes from other nations. One of our most important developments is the commencement of our permanent KP Secretariat in Botswana, an idea originally tabled in 2016. It became one of our core goals for 2024 to ensure the long-term operational autonomy of the KP. And with the strong support from across Africa, Russia, UK, and Switzerland, this important milestone was voted through, while other Western nations were notably absent in showing support. But despite this, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the KP's first ever Executive Secretary, Mr. Bojan Tang. With Mr. Tang at the helm, the KP will benefit from a new level of consistency while supporting greater continuity for our shared objectives. I'd like to thank the two panels on communities affected by the diamond supply chain, as well as the panel of experts for their insightful views. I look forward to seeing how these discussions will benefit the important work of the Ad Hoc Committee on Review and Reform. As a topic I have yet to air my concerns about, I would like to raise the issue of arms trafficking and its relationship with the precious stones and rare minerals markets. While the KP has spent over 2 decades making significant strides into enhancing regulation, transparency, and international cooperation, all under the intense scrutiny of governments, NGOs, and the wider diamond industry, it appears little to nothing has been done about the stemming flow or destroying the large caches of light weapons that find their way into the hands of militias around the world. While not without its faults, it is fair to say that no other body is doing half the service towards a specific commodity market as the KP is for diamonds. Outside of Hollywood movies such as Lord of War and War Dogs, little has been done to expose the disastrous impact of weapons entering the mineral-rich nations and their easy availability. The arms industry and its regulators have had a free pass for far too long, and I believe now is the time for a similar body to be proposed and established in order to transparently address the scale of the problem, the traceability of weapons, and how each country or region intends to disarm and dismantle its respective illegal arms trade once and for all. Before I conclude, I'd like to emphasize the importance of consensus and best practices this week, a pillar of our foundational principles. In fact, I have just met with the working group chairs to reiterate the same. We may not always get consensus, but we must always search for solutions which strengthen the KP and provide transparency and accountability for our actions. However, this must not be an obstacle to progress. If, despite our efforts, we cannot find a compromise that everyone can agree, then I count on all of us to strive to find constructive ways to move forward. Ladies and gentlemen, some of you may not be aware, but before Dubai became the #1 rough diamond hub in the world and a global hub for many other commodities, one of the major activities in the region was natural pearls. At its peak in the early 20th century, pearl diving formed the backbone of our regional economy and facilitated some of the earliest trading with international markets, particularly South Asia. However, overfishing, overproduction, a lack of diversification, the arrival of farm pearls, and the onset of World War I created a perfect storm that led to an extended depression of local natural pearls in just a matter of years. Of course, as highlighted by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President, Prime Minister of UAE, ruler of Dubai, in his book, My Vision, Dubai and the UAE learned from this experience. We know how to recognize the potency, challenges, and benefits of disruptive industries. However, we're also alert to market forces and the dangers of distraction and inaction. If natural diamonds are to avoid a similar fate to the UAE's natural pearls industry, we must implement best practices and take bold decisions for our future today. However, this responsibility is not mine alone to carry. The success of the Kimberley process is a collective responsibility, and so I count on all of you to work with me as we take significant strides towards our shared targets. This year, the Kimberley Process Certification Scheme turns 21, during which time it has successfully stemmed 99.8% of the global production of conflict diamonds, while garnering the support of 85 countries. Through its continued effort to digitize, collaborate, and enhance traceability, it remains the world's best opportunity for eliminating conflict diamonds and ensuring producing nations receive the full revenues of their natural resources. In closing, thank you all once again for being here. We have a busy program, and I look forward to hearing from the working group chairs as they make progress in many key areas. Please do let me take this opportunity to invite all KP participants to the special forum hosted by the DMCC on provenance, traceability, technology this Thursday afternoon at the Diamond Tower I told you about, Almas Tower. I wish you all a successful and productive week. Thank you very much.